So now we're recording, so everybody be on your best behavior. We begin the class standing up. If you don't want to stand, you don't have to stand. What you're not going to get if you don't stand is the balance. But everything else, you can get pretty good. So I've tried to space it out that you can see my feet and everything else. I wear a black shirt so you can see my hands. Okay, so begin with posture. I'm going to pretend like nobody's ever done this class before. So we're going to line up our ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. So imagine just being suspended and the body will fall into this kind of alignment. We're going to press our feet into the floor to give us a sense of steadiness. And eventually that's going to become something that's second nature to you. So we'll begin with the shoulder warm up. We're going to lift and come down, lift and down. One more, up and down. We're going to do what I call the fountain. You can see my tummy. Come up and down. We're going to reverse the fountain. So listen to your shoulders. If full extension doesn't work, then a modification is fine. So up and down. And then we're going to do half a sun salutation, which is a yoga warm-up that is really great for lower body, back of the legs. Inhale, exhale, reach. And then we're going to bend from here. We're going to come up a little, come down a little more, up a little, down, and hold here for a second. Let the hamstrings stretch out. If you notice, you're probably feeling this in your lower back, which is good. Roll up. If your hamstrings are tight, they're going to pull on your back. Lift, reach, and bend. Come up a little and come down. Come up a little and down. Hang here, breathe. I'm going to let people in, so be patient. Admit. Okay. And then we're going to, again, roll up into that nice, good posture. And we're going to do balance. So you have a chair. This is a chair class. Once we sit, we're going to stay seated. So being on time is important in a Zoom class because if I have to let you in, I have to stop what I'm doing. You know I never care when we're in person. So we're going to put hands on the chair, and we're going to pick a foot up off the floor. So if you want, you can bring your knee up high or not. Think about your standing leg and making it strong and short. So pressing that foot into the floor, engaging the quadriceps muscle. If you feel steady here, you can try a finger. And if you feel steady with the finger, you can try full balance. This took me 10 years, so it's not going to happen just because you want it to. And then we're going to release. Come up with the other leg. Press the standing leg into the floor. Engage your abs. It will actually help. And then try a finger. Try balance. Things that help with balance are steady, smooth breathing, looking at a fixed object that isn't me behind the monitor. And then we'll try balance, moving balance. So we're going to swing the inside leg and the outside arm. Some people are going to take to this really immediately, and some people are going to really struggle with this. And that's just how we're built. And then we're going to add the inside arm. So we're shifting our, we're not really shifting our center of gravity, and that's the whole trick, is to work on that standing leg, and everything else just kind of flails around, and then stop, and then change. So we always do the holding on to the chair arm last. So we're swinging. I don't care if you swing together or opposite, and then see if you can let go. If you falter, that is part of the learning curve. I'm faltering, always learning. And then we're going to come to rest. We're going to do heel raises. So usually we're doing this behind the chair, I have my chair to the side so you can see my legs. If you feel more comfortable behind your chairs, go for it. I can't see you at this point, so do whatever you need to do. Get into that nice alignment, engage your abs, and just pick your heels up off the floor and down. So a couple of these, strengthen the feet, the ankles, and the muscles around the knees, which is really key for people with arthritis. We're going to come into a knee bend. So we're going to keep the back straight. We're just going to bend the knees. The work is in the quads. So don't go so low that it's going to hurt your knees, just enough that your quads feel like they're doing some work. And then from here, we're going to shoot right up onto our toes. So have that chair for the first one, especially if you're not used to it. And then we're going to drop just at the knees. So my torso is straight. I'm not leaning forward. And one more time, up onto toes. Push those heels up a little higher. And one more hold. We're going to hold for 3 breaths. So deep breath. Abs are working. Deep breath 2. And 3. Stand up. Take a bow. And come up to stand. Side kicks and back kicks. We're going to keep the foot like this as opposed to this. So the hip is in a different position. I have to move my chair a little so I can kick. So starting in good posture, 5, kick for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. You might feel a little pinching in here, that's normal. Other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Let's go to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to pull the heel back towards the back wall. You're going to feel your seat muscles squeeze and change. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull the heel back on 5, firming up the seat. Don't forget to breathe. And down. Second set. I do balance in this set. Do what you feel comfortable with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. We're going to stretch our calves. You can go behind the chair. It's a little easier. We're going to bring 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. We're going to bend the front leg. We're going to keep our heels planted on the floor. So as we bend the front leg, we should feel a stretch in the back calf. So breathe into that stretch. If you're not feeling that stretch, number 1, make sure your heels are down. Number 2, widen up your stance. So the further apart your feet are, the quicker you're going to feel that pulling in the calf. And then we're going to bend the back leg. So if you've never done this before, it's a weird neural connection, so be patient. And that moves the stretch to the lower part of the calf and stretches out your heels. And then straighten. So if you have bone spurs, Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, and bend, this set of calf stretches is important and can cure it, but may or may not, if we're lucky. And then we're going to change and do it on the other side. So plant those heels into the floor, bend the front leg. If you're not feeling a stretch, widen up or make sure your heels are down. Breathe and then bend the back leg. Once you get used to it, the bending of the back leg, you've got it. And then we're going to straighten the back leg. And we're going to bend the back leg. And then let's step through and do a little hip roll, just loosening up the outer hips. Go the other way. You don't have to have your hands on your hips. It's just very Jack LaLanne. And then we're going to have our feet apart at least this far or further for standing forward bend. So wider than hips, and after that it's your choice. We're going to bend from here. So we're not leading with the chin, we're leading with the belly button. And we're pulling the belly button forward, which creates nice length in the low back. And then we come down. Roll up, roll down. So you'll feel this lower back, inner thighs, back of the thighs. I'm feeling it in my calves today. So everybody's wired a little differently. And come up. We're going to bring the feet together. We're going to do, so this is called standing forward bend. And we're going to do the IT band stretch. So you need the chair if you haven't done it. Cross your legs. It's the back leg that's going to get a stretch. It's an intense stretch, so you're not doing anything wrong. Lead with the belly button. Come on up. You'll get a little closer to the floor with each pass. Don't worry about depth. Worry about feeling something. So stretches should be slightly uncomfortable. Change. You don't want to feel pain, but you don't want to feel nothing. You want to feel like you're doing something. In yoga, we call it the edge of discomfort. So you just come to that edge and breathe. And if you're lucky in that breathing, you'll be able to loosen up a little bit. And up. We're going to sit for the remainder of class. So I'm going to move my chair a lot probably, but you don't have to. We're going to start with the balls. Again, if you don't have a ball, get a throw pillow. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. So that same ears, shoulders, hips when we're sitting. And then we're going to push the ball up towards the ceiling. We're going to listen to our shoulders. So if it's painful to go up all the way, we're not going to do that. But if it's the edge of our discomfort, we're going to do it. And then side to side. So this opens up the shoulders, back and forth. Come to breastbone height and lean forward. So you should feel this where your hips and your spine come together. It's a very nice release for the very lower part of the back. And then come in, we're going to hold the ball at breastbone height. We're going to use our palms, not our tender fingertips. And we're going to pull the shoulders back. So pulling the shoulders back makes us have to use the front of our body muscles, the pecs. And we're going to squeeze and release for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're going to squeeze and hold. While we're holding, we'll reconnect with our posture. We'll take a deep breath. And we're going to roll the ball from back to front, or the pillow. And then come back to starting position, palm the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Squeeze and hold. You might begin to feel it in the front of the body. Roll the ball from front to back. And then last, sit up tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. give a good squeeze like you're mad at the ball and you really want to take it out on the ball. So healthy squeeze, and then roll the shoulders. Okay, we're going to place the ball in between your thighs. If your kneecaps, the sides of your knees are sore from arthritis, then bring it up a little so you're not pressing into a sore spot. Keep that nice posture. Keep the abs engaged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Squeeze and hold. Rest. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Squeeze and rest. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Again, tap into whatever kind of anger you have and squeeze the ball. And we're going to turn our feet out. And we're going to pull our belly button forward and stretch the inner thighs and inner hips that we just strengthened. Breathe here. And then we're going to put the ball between our feet. If you're using a pillow and it's too awkward, then just do the leg raises without the prop. So at some point, we always lose my feet in this class, but you'll see when I lift. So sit up nice and tall, pick the ball up, hold for 5, 3, 4, 5, touch the floor, come right back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, touch down and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 4th set. We're going to do 5 sets. 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your heels to the floor and run the hands down the legs to stretch the lower back. Let's pick up the balls. And at this point, if you're watching on YouTube, you can redo that whole ball set. So you can hit pause, you can go back and start with this. If you're watching it on YouTube and you're not, then put the balls away for a little while. And we're going to do our first set of weights wherever I just put them. So one of the things about having dogs is that everything disappears. You saw them at the beginning. This is why I hate being recorded, because I'm not perfect. So we're going to do our first set of weights. We do 2 sets of weights. And on my own YouTube channel, I have this sequence. It's a 10-minute upper body video. If you want a link, oh, there's one. Okay, so we're going to sit up nice and tall. The first set, I like to do simple movements. The second set, we get into more complex muscle groups. Keep that posture good. If you don't have weights for today, work on your form. Good form prevents injuries. Bicep curls, 12. So biceps help you pick things up. They're your supermarket shopping bag muscles. This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I like to rest in my lap because of gravity. So triceps. There are 2 ways to do seated triceps. There's the overhead way where the upper arms come up and the forearms come down towards the back of your neck. That may not work for everyone's shoulders. So the other way is to have the elbows slightly behind your torso and extend the forearms. So I demo that way because this is an arthritis class. Do whichever one works for you. So just the forearms move. 1, 2, 3. That's Woodrow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's only a year old. 9, 10, 11, 12. And again, rest in the lap. Overhead press. So we're going to go overhead with full extension. Listen to your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and a little rest. We're going to row. So for those who are not familiar with rowing, it looks like just that, but at the end of the row is a squeeze. If you look at me on your screen, you see how my shoulders look narrower because I'm bringing my shoulder blades towards each other. This is one of the best posture correcting reps you can do. So sit up nice and tall, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we're going to come back for 1. We're going to try to touch the elbows towards each other. Look at yourselves on the screen. Keep those shoulders drawn down. And then we're going to bring our hands towards our knees. We're going to tuck the chin and tip forward, taking a deep breath and stretching the back of the body. Roll up into good seated posture. We're going to do obliques. So the obliques are actually abs. They're the muscles that run along the sides of the body, and they keep you straight. So they keep your hips right under your rib cage. If you have scoliosis where your pelvis tilts to one side, this is a good strengthener for that. It also helps tone your waist. It helps with lifting. So obliques are often neglected part of our abdominals. How we do it, we keep our weight even on both legs and we lean over and come up. I know some people in this class have taken it at Rose Cara Kappa and like to do this. So do that. We're going to do one more set. And then we're going to put the weights nearby. And we're going to do the rocking chair, which is an arthritis foundation exercise for here. It's mostly upper abs, but it's abs. So we're going to scoot our seat muscles towards the front of our chairs. We're going to hold on if we're not familiar with this. We're going to engage the abs, and then we're going to lean back, trying to find the back of the chair. And then once you find it, you're going to come right off of it. So we're hovering and we're popping up. So it's not resting. And in that hover is when the abs flex. We're going to add the arms and make it why it's called the rocking chair. So reach, arms right in front of shoulder blades. Lean back, don't rest on the chair. Stretch forward, back, and front, back. And this time we're going to stretch forward and we're going to reach a little further, reaching even a little further, and then drop the arms, rest the head and the neck. Breathe deeply. Roll up into good posture, and now you can sit back. And we're going to do isometric abs. So an isometric exercise is when you use your own muscle to strengthen itself, if that makes any sense. So we're going to squeeze the tummy in, and we're going to take a deep breath without letting the abdominal wall move. So if you keep your hands on your abs, you'll feel what's going on. And then soften, squeeze in, take a deep breath. So your abs want to move with your breath, soften, but you're flexing them and holding them so they get stronger. And last one, we're going to do 3 breaths. So squeeze in, hold on, excuse me, 1, 2, keep squeezing, maybe even squeeze a little tighter, 3, let it go, take a stretch. Okay, let's get our TheraBands. I'm going to give them a chewy. Okay, here you go, be quiet. No, you don't get 2. Okay. So I'm going to take my band, and I'm going to go under and across. So there's a little X. If you're using a bathrobe belt, same thing. And then I'm going to come down. If your hands are very tender from arthritis, you can go like that, and it will be less squeezing. By the second set, you should feel a burning right here as the outer hips get fatigued. So let's sit up tall, and 3 sets of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, hold, press. Second set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, push out, sit tall, use your abs, and rest. Last set. So by now, your legs should be, your hips should be a little fatigued. If they're not, you can make your band tighter, and that should do it. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sit up tall, hold that push, breathe, and relax. We're going to keep your bands like this. Please don't come late. And we're going to do pull across. So today we're going to do a very simple one. We're just going to pull out. I want all of you to look at yourselves in the monitors and make sure that your shoulders are staying down. So we're going to learn to engage our arm muscles without lifting our shoulders. It's going to take away a lot of unnecessary neck pain. So let's just do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold on 5 and just tap into what muscles are doing the work. And separate the hands. Bicep curls, a little different than with the weights because we're going in a little bit of a diagonal motion. Easy is at the ends of the bands. Challenging is closer to the legs. So you're creating whatever resistance you choose. Sit up in good posture. Let's do 8 curls, bringing the hands towards the shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're going to take the bands out. We're going to hold them at shoulder height, and we're going to push off. So listen to your shoulders. This is a really good way to open up a shoulder that has a decreased range of motion. So getting to that edge of your discomfort and breathing. And then if you can, side to side, back and forth. Come to shoulder height and reach out just like we did with the walls. So this stretch in the leaning forward position really decompresses lower back where we get a lot of stress. Come in. Last one in this set with the bands is again to learn to engage the arm muscles without lifting shoulders. This one is what cured me, or at least cured me publicly. I still do it when I'm not teaching, unfortunately. So look at your shoulders. I'm going to bring one arm out to the side. So for me, my habit is to bring my arm out to the side. So keep that shoulder down as if some magical person is standing behind you, pressing your shoulders down. If you live with someone, have them do it for you later, and then go the other way. So if someone's pushing your shoulders down and you're feeling like you really want to go up, you have my habit, and you probably have a lot of tension in the side of your neck. Good habit to break. Okay, hands down. We're going to do our first set of leg extensions, because you need to patch out on a residential street. So look at either leg, extend the leg, feel your thigh. Is your thigh firm? How do you make your thigh firm? You push your heel out, you press your thigh into the chair, then you feel your thigh, it should be firm. And down. So this is a non-weight bearing way to strengthen your thighs. Won't hurt your knees, which is the beauty of it. It also strengthens the muscles that run along the sides of the knees. There's something called ADL, Activities of Daily Living, stretch. And this is one of those wonderful, simple exercises that can just make life a little better by making it easier to do your daily stuff. And so check that thigh. Is it working? Down. Keep your posture straight. Keep your breath even or deep. Down, up, and stretch. We're going to do the other leg. We're going to alternate pointing and flexing. So come up first with a flex foot, pulling your toes towards your knees, and down. Come up with a pointed foot, pressing your toes towards the monitor, and down. Flex, and down, point. Lifting specifically through my foot. You don't have to hold your leg. Your leg should be resting on the chair, flexed. So all you're really thinking about is the action and the firmness of your thigh. And stretch. Come on up, alternate pointing and flexing. Flex, always start and end with flexing. Point, because when you're pointing, you're cramping. We're shortening your calf. Flex. And that can cramp. Point, point, and flex. Stretch. Come on up. Take a sip of water. And we'll do our second set of weights. So here's where we get into more complex movements and more complex muscle groups. Alternating with simple. So arms at your side, palms face out. We're going to bring our arms up to our shoulders, turn the wrists, and push up. Listen to your shoulders, turn the wrists, and come back down. So it starts with a bicep curl and ends with an overhead press. Shoulders down, shoulders up, shoulders down. We're going to go out in front. Shoulders, turn the wrists, go out in front, turn the wrists back, down. Shoulders out, shoulders down, out, and down. We're going to go up for 2 reps, up, and down, and up, and down. We're going to go out in front for 2. And then 1 and 1. Let's go up. Let's go out in front. Take a rest. So now we're going to do triceps. If your tops of your shoulders are fatigued, do them the low way. So your choice again is that way or this way. Elbows slightly behind the midline, whatever position you've chosen. Leave the upper arms where they are and only move the forearms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take a little rest. Extend your arms out in front of you without lifting shoulders. Make 3 little circles. Palms face each other. Palms face the floor. 1, 2, 3. Arms are out to the side. We're going to keep the palms facing the floor. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to turn the palms up. So just so you can see it. 2, 3. And we're going to take a 1-second rest. Bring the arms back up. Palms face out. 1, 2, 3. Palms face the floor. 1, 2, 3. Out in front, palms flat. 1, 2, 3. Palms face each other. 1, 2, 3. Rest in the lap. You're probably feeling a little fatigue in the shoulders and mid-back. That's good. That's called exercise. We're going to do our second set of rowing, so don't forget that end squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then one more, bringing the elbows towards each other. Take a deep breath. Bring the arms across the front of the body. Tuck the chin, round the back. Take a deep breath. Come on up, flip the arms, and come back down. Take another deep breath. And let's put the weights away or aside. So that's it for the weights for today. Let's do another set of the rocking chair. So slide the back sides forward, squeeze in, lean back, and pop right up. Back, this is Mabel, and up, back, and up, back, and up. We're gonna add the full rock. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Reach, back. So think about creating some space in the lower back and reach further, further, and down. Chin, relax. Come on up to sit. Oh, this is it. Once they start, they start. Okay, so we're gonna slide forward in the chair. We're gonna hold on. This time we're gonna rest on the back of the chair. We're gonna pull our belly buttons towards the seat of the chair. So you might be slightly rounding the back. This is to take any kind of compression out of the lower back. So we're gonna start with one leg at a time, thinking about our lower back. This is for your abs down here. And then if your lower back feels nice and safe, you can try both legs. If it's uncomfortable in your lower back, go back to one leg at a time. And then we're going to slide the bottom back and bring the chest over the lap and breathe deeply. Come back up to sit. And where are we? Stretch. So take one hand and grab your opposite shoulder. Take the other hand, use the back of the hand, and push the elbow across your front. Soften it and push. So we're changing the placement of that shoulder blade by working the front of the body, and we're opening up the space between the spine and the shoulder blade, which gets very knotty. So let's do the other side. Push, release, Push again. Use your breath. And then we're going to do both sides. So everybody's going to have a different flexibility. So we're going to wrap across the front. If you can grab your shoulder blades, good. I can't. We're going to tuck the chin. We're going to round the back. We're going to take a deep breath. So all the pressure's on the front of the body. When we breathe deeply, it opens up the back ribs. And then we're going to switch the arms, open up, switch, tuck in, deep breath. Bring the arms lower and you'll feel the stretch move into the lower back. Deep breath. Roll up to good posture, sit up nice and tall, and we're going to turn to one side. Come back to the middle, sit up nice and tall, and turn to the other side. So this is for checking your blind spot and just being able to look behind you and have that flexibility in your mid-back. One more on each side. And release. So back to the balls or grab a pillow. And this will be perfectly fine with either prop. We're going to take the ball or pillow and we're going to place it between the back of the chair and our backs. This is a self-massage, so we're just going to roll on the ball. And it should feel good. If you're someone who doesn't like pressure, either press really lightly or don't do this part. So this part should be enjoyable. If you like deep pressure, you can press your feet into the floor and really bear down on the ball. We're going to take our palms and face them forward. We're going to lead with our thumbs towards the back wall. And then we're going to let the back ribs rest on the ball. If you notice, my head is not thrown back. I'm still looking at the screen. So my neck is in good alignment with the rest of my back. And then I'm going to come up and roll back again. This time I'm going to try to open up my chest a little more and breathe a little deeper. One more time. Up and back. Once you get familiar with this movement, it will become, you'll be able to free up some more space in the chest. And then we'll come back to rolling. Let's take the balls out. We will expand on that as the weeks go by. Let's go back to bands or bathrobe straps or what have you. We're going to put the band around the ball of the foot. So getting it in this curve right here will prevent the band from snapping back at you. You're going to have one leg extended, pointing and flexing. So with the band, it's different than without. So let's point and really feel that ankle strengthening, the front of the shin, the foot, and then we're going to flex, and you're going to really feel your calf stretching. If it feels really bad, it means that your calf needs to be stretched. Point and flex. Feels pretty bad to me. Point and flex. So I'm feeling a burning from the back of my knee down to my heel, which means my calf is really tight. And then the foot comes into neutral, so we're not pointing or flexing, and we're going to open up inner hip, come back in, open, in. We're going to bring the foot down to the floor. Can't see my foot. This is heel to shin. So we're running the heel along the shin. We're opening up the outer hip. If you can, you'll put your foot on your thigh. If you can't put your foot on your thigh, extend the other leg and rest the foot on the other shin. We're going to rock. So we're just trying to rock some tightness out of that outer hip. This is a very acute stretch, so as you come forward, you will feel a sharp feeling out here. You're not doing anything wrong. So we're going to sit up tall. We're going to lead with the belly button and come over that calf, bent leg, and notice what you're experiencing. Come on up, come forward, up, and stretch. We're going to hold it here. We're going to try to get a little deeper into the stretch. So you might feel the stretch, and you will feel it in your outer hip. You might feel it under your thigh, which is great, and in your lower back. The baby. And then we're going to bring our heel to the floor or to our dog. This is called the big stretch. So we're stretching the entire back of the leg. If you can see yourselves on your screen, try to get it higher each time. So we're going to bend, and then we're going to extend. So a little higher if you can. Should be a little uncomfortable. Bend and extend. Hold it, take a breath. And we're going to do all of it on the other leg. So we'll switch the dog to one leg. Cradle the ball of the foot with your band, so the band doesn't snap. Point and flex. So really pull those toes towards the knees. Point and flex. Point, flex. Foot in neutral. Inner hip stretch. Heel down and heel to shin. So opening up that outer hip gently. And then a little more intense, foot on thigh or foot on opposite shin. Rock in whatever position you're in. Sit up tall, belly button towards calf. Big stretch in the outer hip. Come on up, come forward. Last one. Stretch, try to get a little deeper into the stretch. Breathe deeply, maybe it'll loosen things up a little bit. Come all the way up, bring that heel to the floor. And raise that leg. So stretching from the heel to the gluteal muscles, up, bend, up a little higher if possible. And that's it for the bands for today. Let's roll the ankles. So pick up one leg and draw circles with your big toe. Taking the ankles through their range of motion, go the other way. Change feet. So again, I'm holding my leg up so you can see my feet. You don't have to hold your leg up. And then we're going to do both, so you're not really going to see all of my feet for this. And then we're going to go in the other direction. I'm going to bring my heels to the floor and stretch. Breathe. And come up. Wrists and hands. Sorry, bud. Start with the hands together. Keep the heels of the hands together and go up and down. So increasing range of motion in the wrists, back and forth. Slice it. Go the other way. This is a carpal tunnel stretch. We're going to lift the fingers towards the ceiling, spread the pinky and the thumb away from each other, so widening the palm, and then pull the fingertips back. So this is the tunnel. We're spreading away from that tunnel and decompressing. And then soft, again, soft, and spread. Let's do a little shake. Play the piano, loosening up the big knuckles. Play the piano upside down. Finger circles. So this is like classic arthritis foundation for these knuckles, the two little knuckles. The big knuckles would be playing the piano, and things we'll do in the weeks that ensue. So touch pointer to thumb, middle, ring, and pinky, open, pointer, middle, ring, pinky, open, turn the hands around, pointer, middle, ring, pinky, stretch to the front. Last one, pointer, middle, ring, pinky, stretch, and soften, stretch, soften, stretch, soften, shake out the hands. So you're supposed to shake gently. I actually really like a vigorous shake. So try it. If it doesn't jar you too much, maybe you'll like it. Okay, elbow to knee. So elbow to knee has a little caveat in it because we're doing a spinal twist. And twisting is the bad word in arthritis because of osteoporosis and osteopenia. It creates compression. How do we avoid compression when we do any kind of twisting? By lengthening first. So imagine if you have something and it's pressing together and you're turning it, that's not good. But if you expand it and then turn it, you're not causing that kind of pressure. So this is our end movement. So we're gonna sit nice and tall. You can modify the arm if your shoulders bother you. We're gonna try to bring this elbow towards the front of our knee. So that helps keep the length also. And then come up, reach out and down, and up, down, lengthening all the way each time. And then we're going to switch. Reach across and down, lift, down, all the way up, nice long back. And one more. Okay, back of the leg stretching in a seated position. You're not going to see one of my feet. So I'm going to extend my left leg. My heel is going to be on the floor and my toe is going to be up. So my foot is in this position, like my hand. Leading, bending from here, leading with the belly button. Stretch down the extended leg, feeling a stretch in the back of the leg. You might feel it in your lower back. Come all the way up. Come down as deep as you can. Come up a little. Come down a little deeper. Up a little. Down and hold. And all the way up. One more time. Down as deep as you can. Up a little. Down a little deeper. Up a little. Down and hold. And all the way up. We're going to change legs. I don't think you can see him. My dog is at my feet with a piece of cardboard. Every time I go down, he thinks it's to visit. So leading with the belly button, come down the extended leg, and up, down, up a little, down a little deeper, up a little, down, and breathe, and all the way up. One more time. Down, up a little, down a little deeper, up a little, down and hold, and come up. Okay, end of class sequence. For 15 years, we end the class the same way. We're going to roll the shoulders. You might hear a lot of crackling noise, and that is normal. We're going to alternate. Here's the cardboard. Ooh, look at it. We're going to shrug. So we're squeezing your neck with your shoulders, and then drop. So you're creating tension, and you're letting it go. And on the last one, we're going to squeeze. We're going to pull down, and we're going to draw the shoulder blade back. We're going to pull our head up and turn to one side. When we do the neck, turn to the other side. You want to feel gentle pulling. You don't want to feel sharp pain in your neck. So modify your turns so that it just feels like a pull, not an acute. Put an ear down towards the shoulder, dropping the opposite shoulder. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Back to the middle, tuck the chin, up, chin tuck, up, crescent moon. We're going to turn the head to one side, and we're going to draw a semicircle with the chin. Come up the other side, so just come up to level. Don't lift the chin up. We don't want to hyperextend the neck. Down. So using the weight of your head, stretching the sides and back of the neck. Come back to the middle, lengthen the neck. Turn and look over your shoulder if you can. Go the other way. Again. And again. Come back to the middle, side of the neck stretch. Up, other side. Up, down, up, down. This time we're going to tuck the chin, and we're going to move the head around. So you can move it any way that feels good. This should feel nice. And then come up, crescent moon, swooping the head, coming up to level, not hyperextending. And come back. We're going to do relaxation. So since you're all at home, you can lie down. As long as you can hear me, your eyes are going to be closed. So really get as comfortable as you can. So slouch if you're sitting, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and try to let go of tension in your body, tension in your head, and whatever's going on in your house. Like nothing matters for the next 3 minutes. So just relax. Relax the feet. Release the ankles. Soften the calves. Let go of any joint discomfort. Relax the thighs. Release the seat muscles. Soften the hips. Relax the abdominal muscles. Soften the chest wall. Release the front of the shoulders and front of the neck. Relax the lower back. Soften the middle of the back. Release the upper back, back of the shoulders, and the back of the neck. Relax the sides of the neck. Gently drop the shoulders. Release the upper arms, the lower arms, and the hands. Release the muscles in the back of the head. Relax the sides of the head. Soften any tension in the mouth area. Relax the facial muscles. Soften the eyebrows and forehead. Relax the muscles on the top of the head and take a nice deep breath, exhaling tension. We're going to do a visualization, so keep your eyes closed and think about an activity that you love to do, but you're not doing it like you want to do it because of arthritis. So picture yourself in motion without that pain. So doing something you love, unencumbered by arthritis. So moving freely, moving comfortably, feeling the joy in doing something you love doing, pain-free, carefree, happy, and relaxed. And then we're going to bring our attention back to our muscles, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, waking up the muscles, and opening our eyes.